Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Georgette Lessard-Bouet, and with me I have someone that you all know so well. He's been on the show many times, Pastor Ernie Metz. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, the Regina Apostolic Church, and you always come to us with such interesting items. And many of times we talk about couples working together as a couple. Today you have a 4-week or 4-month series that is very interesting to me, and I'm sure to everyone in the green room when we were discussing, and it focuses on men, right?
Yes.
Exclusively focuses on men.
Yeah.
And the first session that's coming up very soon, April 20th, is the stud in the guy. So tell the viewers a little bit about that. You gave us a little tidbit in the green room, but it was very interesting.
Yeah.
And
okay. Well, there'd be some guys watching Talk of the Town today.
yes.
They really would be a stud. That's the kind of guy they would go about. They would live their life as a stud. They would, the stud is the kind of guy that has to drive a certain kind of vehicle because it gives him the right kind of image. So really, I'm talking about the macho kind of guy.
Yeah.
And everything he does, he's got to be macho. The clothes he wears, how he relates to his girlfriend or his wife, it's macho. And I was going to say, the guy that has this, and it's kind of a front. It's, the stud is, it's a front that he uses to make him feel secure in his manhood. So as he goes about being a stud, it affects his relationship with his wife.
Okay.
She doesn't really want that kind of guy that has a front. She just wants him to be real and who he is. But he will go around in all relationships. If he's with the guys, he has to always have the answer. Because he's the stud. He's going to have the answer. And so even with other guys, his relationship could be better. But it isn't good because he stays in that mode. And so, we can be very masculine. We don't need to be the stud.
Okay, so let's move on. We have the following week, we have the sissy in the guy.
Yeah, the sissy or the suck in the guy. And I find that, I don't know what percentage of the guys are sissies or sucks, but they're out there. I see them. I look all the time and I think, you know what? He's a suck in relationship to others and to his girlfriend, to his wife. That's how he lives life. And just like I shared with you earlier before we went on the show.
Tell the viewers an example maybe of a sissy. It's interesting. I haven't heard the term sissy in such a long time, so it was interesting that you used sissy in the guy.
Yeah. Really, he lets the girlfriend or the wife push him about and rule. And when she's in that ruling position, there's two things. She doesn't feel secure in a relationship with him because she wants a man of strength. She wants a strong man. And so she doesn't feel secure. And she tends to become, and I don't know what word I could use, but she tends to become a bitch, if I may use that word. So she goes about and
very aggressive. So she becomes
very aggressive and she gains something that she doesn't want in a relationship because she's with this weak male. And she makes all the decisions. Okay,
so next we have the sex in the guy.
The sex in the guy. Well,
that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's for sure. And let's face it, sex is high in the priority of guys. That's important to them.
Well, they're built that way.
Yeah, we're
physiologically speaking, they are. Yeah.
So again, I talk in the area of the sexuality of the man and how can the sexual part be good in married life with his wife. Like, when is it, or if he desires to have it to be more sexual relationship, what must he do? And many times the needs of the wife are not met. She needs a man that will talk to her and talk about things that are important to her and spend time with her. And then it prepares for that part of married life. But, a lot of times the guy doesn't. He goes to the family room, he watches sports at 10 o'clock, and then he expects to come upstairs and go to bed and make love with his wife.
Yeah.
And she's not into it. Why isn't she into it? Because he hasn't met her need. And then he's frustrated, both are frustrated. So, we talk in that area with guys, and every night is very interactive. I don't lecture, I interact. I have guys talk about their story, their girlfriend or their wife's not there, so guess what? We can talk about the stuff, and the girlfriend or the wife doesn't know what we're saying.
Okay, and then on the last program, May 18th, the success in the guy.
Yeah, well, I believe that every person, men and women, are created for success. And a lot of times a guy doesn't see himself as successful or think he doesn't feel he can be successful. I want to encourage guys, you can be successful. if I may tie in with being successful, also adventurous. I believe that every man is made to be adventurous. And sometimes the wife or the girlfriend doesn't let him be adventurous. Maybe it's skydiving or doing whatever, and she doesn't want him to do that. You know, or, you know, boys grow up and they want to be adventurous, and they're allowed to be adventurous. And we're made to be daring. And a guy has a sense of his masculinity being fulfilled when he can be adventurous and be daring in life. And they want to be that way. You know, and again, if the wife is holding back, guy needs to be strong and say, look, this is a need I have. I have a need that I can go out and skydive this weekend. And just, it needs to be expressed as a need, he needs to go out and do it.
Okay.
You know, if he's passive, if he's a sissy or a suck in a relationship, he will never skydive even though in his heart he wants to do that.
But there's also a place for compromise, right?
Oh, listen, in marriage, we want to meet each other's needs. So if his wife has important need that he goes somewhere with her this weekend, then he sets the skydiving aside this weekend and does what meets the need in her life.
Okay.
But it's not what she wants every weekend, you know. He should have freedom to do what is meaningful to him as a guy.
Okay. I always find it so interesting when you come, Ernie. I really do. And I think this is a great idea. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, so this is happening at the Apostolic Church, right? And we talked about the dates, and that will be on our graphic as well.
Yes.
From 7 till 8, and as many men, I should say.
Yeah, that want to come.
That want to come.
To anyone that's watching the show today, they can come to this.
To enhance their relationship, right? And that's pretty much it, is to enhance the relationship.
And then afterwards, for the guys that want to, we're going to go to Tim Hortons, and we're just going to drink coffee and talk about guy stuff or whatever we want to talk about.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and I'm sure that any one of you who would like to go to any of these sessions, you will learn a lot, because I always learn a lot when Pastor Ernie Metz comes. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned.